Greetings everyone. So last week I hosted a live webinar featuring DeepStack Confluence, which is a tool that allows you to combine as many indicators as you wish, filtered by up to 4 different time frames. And these time frames can be anything you wish. You simply go to the drop down window here and pick any data series you want, from ticks to ranges to Renkos, time bars, anything at all that you can think of. And then what this tool does is it identifies situations when there is an agreement not only between the indicators that you chose to input into the strategy, but also making sure that the condition also agrees with the different filters, time frames that you selected. Now you don't need 4, you can disable 1 and then have only 3. You can disable 2 and only have 2 time frames, or you can disable 3 and then only filter by 1 higher time frame. So I've received dozens of emails since the webinar just asking me to test different combinations of indicators, which of course is impossible to do with just too many. But maybe what I can do here is just to go over some basic concepts again that I covered in the webinar and explain really why I think this type of a tool in a way is a real game changer. Not because by itself it's an indicator. DeepStack by itself is not an indicator. What it allows you to do is to combine other indicators to see if they work well together, and of course adjust the parameters of different indicators to see what works best along with the higher time frame filters. So what I have here is very simple. I have iTrend Pro, which most of you have, filtered by RK System Platinum, which is also a bestseller, and by the way, one of my favorite NinZa strategies or systems. Now, I did not do anything fancy. I used out-of-the-box settings for both of these indicators, but obviously you can change things. You can change different settings to see what works best. And then, when everything agrees, so whatever indicators you inputted agree on the market condition, meaning is it bullish or is it bearish? In this case, obviously, both indicators agree that the market here is in a bearish condition. And at the same time, whatever time frame filters you chose also agree that indeed the market is in a bearish condition. Then there is a signal. And as long as everything agrees, this condition continues. Now we have an area over here without any color. And what does this mean? Well, this means that here either one or more indicators don't agree that this is still a bearish condition, or one of the time frames doesn't agree that indeed we are still in a bearish condition. However, here there is still no long signal. Meaning, sure, not everything agrees that the market is bearish. However, there is not enough evidence to suggest that the market is bullish either until here. Now here everything agrees, we have a signal, and all this time here we are in a bullish condition, meaning that what? Meaning that all things being equal, it's much better to be on the long side than on a short side. Now, the reason why I think this type of a tool is so revolutionary is because, most traders, it's not that they don't have enough indicators. One might argue most traders have too many indicators. The problem is they don't know which indicators work well together. Which combination of indicators can give you the highest probability of success. So what winds up happening is that a trader might have 6 or 8 or 10 charts with different indicators and different time frames, which of course is so confusing, and by the time something actually appears clear, the opportunity is gone. This tool allows you to just use one chart, put in this chart as many indicators as you wish. I only used 2. You can have 3, you can have 4, you can have 12, and see how they work together to generate most profitable signals. In other words, instead of going out there and purchasing more indicators, you can use the indicators you already have. And you'll be surprised when you test a few of them how well some indicators that might not necessarily work well by themselves can work amazingly well when combined with other indicators. So again, here all I have is RK system and iTrend. But here is how they work together. So this was the opening here, 9:30 open. And again, I didn't change any settings in these 2 indicators, but I just combined them together, and I wanted to see what happens when both of these agree. So not cherry picking here, this is 9:30 this morning, right? We're opening up, boom. So again, here, this is a neutral situation, meaning that RK System and iTrend Pro did not necessarily agree that this area here is a change of trend yet. Either that or the time frames did not agree. So we had a bullish move up, a neutral zone, and now again there is a shift here to the bearish side, meaning both indicators and time frames agree that indeed this market is now bearish. Now keep in mind, this is a 15-second chart, so on a 15-second chart you probably just want to go for quick scalps, I don't know, 5, 10, 15, 20 points, whatever you wish. You definitely have it here. We switch to bullish, again neutral zone first, then to bullish, again neutral, and now bearish. And you see how if you are looking for a reasonable target, you have it in every single one of these cases. So again, RK System Platinum is great by itself, no question. You combine it with iTrend Pro, and now you have something that can really generate consistent, profitable signals. When we keep going, again, here is a long over here, bullish condition, everything agrees that we go long, and sure enough, we go long. Next, we can take a look at Solar Wave. This was actually, someone asked me to take a look at this to see how this works together. Solar Wave and Easy Trend. So this is from this morning. Once again, we have a long, neutral zone, meaning no long, no short, a quick long here. Again, neutral zone, a short, a long, a short, a long. So again, works fairly well together. So this is Solar Wave and Easy Trend. Now you see how important it is to have a neutral zone, not necessarily a short, right? If you were to go short here, well, this would not do too well, right? But because you have more than just one indicator that analyze the market condition, you're not necessarily triggered in the opposite direction just because there is a pullback. So this is just super important. And then another long here, nice one, neutral, and it finally goes short here, right? And again, not going long, not going long, not going long. Finally goes long over here, and this is now real time. Here we are. So again, yes, so Solar Wave and Easy Trend work well together as well. So next I was asked to combine Easy Trend with an indicator called Williams Fractal Pro. So I've done that once again, 9:30. This is how we open up, 9:30. Obviously the agreement is bearish at the open. Big move down, move up, not bad. You see how it stays bullish? Again, just the benefit of having more than just one indicator here. Stays bullish despite the pullback over here. Stays bullish. Nice move up. This is not so good. Move up. So not bad. William Fractal Pro. I don't know if I ever used this indicator, but interesting. Picks up the short beautifully. Along here, neutral zones, but still stays bullish, so important. And finally a short here, decent move. And now we are in real time here with a long condition. Here is one that I thought was interesting. So this is open close, so it's a moving average kind of deal. Open close filtered with easy trend. Because open close, if you guys know this indicator, it's fine unless things get choppy and then it tends to give too many reversal signals. So this kind of keeps it in check, and I thought it was pretty interesting. Again, opening from today, how it pretty much stays in the move. You see, like, this doesn't allow it to go short, so it's pretty interesting how when you combine some indicators that they can kind of help you stay in the move. Finally goes bearish here, and then I mean a nice move down, continues lower. Look at this, still stays short. So that was interesting. Still short. Here we go. Now finally goes long, and now stays again in a bullish move. So yeah, so this is open close along with easy trend, and these are the higher time frames here. So obviously there are endless amount of combinations that you can have, and I've been kind of featuring just 2 indicators at a time. Again, keep in mind you can have as many indicators here as you wish. You can change the settings to make any combination more effective. You can change the higher time frame filters, whether you want all 4 or just 3 or just 1, the type of data series you want. Again, this thing is so flexible and has so many features.
NQ by Signal 2.
Sorry about that. It makes it easier to really test a lot of different combinations of indicators and filters. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave me a like, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Join the NinZa Family Forum to stay connected, ask questions, and explore ideas with our team and other traders. There's a lot more waiting for you inside. Links in the description. Thanks for watching until the end. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and ring the bell icon so you don't miss our latest content.